More humor from Don Quixote de la Mancha. This is chapter 25 from the first part. Again, this is actually accessed from archive.org. I can trust your worship, returned Sancho. Let me go and saddle Rocinante and be ready to give me your blessing, for I mean to go at once without seeing the fooleries your worship is going to do. I'll say I saw you do so many that she will not want any more. At any rate, Sancho, said Don Quixote, I should like, and there is reason for it, I should like thee, I say, to see me stripped to the skin and performing a dozen or two of insanities, which I can get done in less than half an hour. For having seen them with thine own eyes, thou canst then safely swear to the rest that thou wouldst add, and I promise thee thou wilt not tell of many as I mean to perform. For the love of God, master mine, said Sancho, let me not see your worship stripped, for it will sorely grieve me, and I shall not be able to keep from tears, and my head aches so with all I shed last night for Dapple, that I am not fit to begin any fresh weeping. But if it is your worship's pleasure that I should see some insanities, do them in your clothes, short ones, and such as comes readiest to hand, for I myself want nothing of the sort, and as I have said, it will be a saving of time for my return, which will be with the news your worship desires and deserves. If not, let the lady Dulcinea look to it. If she does not answer reasonably, I swear as solemnly as I can, I will fetch a fair answer out of her stomach with kicks and cuffs. For why should it be borne that a knight errant as famous as your worship should go mad without rhyme or reason for her ladyship had best not drive me to say it, but for by God I will speak out and let off everything cheap, even if it doesn't sell. I am pretty good at that. She knows me, faith. If she knew me, she'd be in awe of me. In faith, Sancho, said Don Quixote, to all appearance thou art no sounder in thy wits than I. I am not so mad, answered Sancho, but I am more peppery. But apart from all this, what has your worship to eat until I come back? Will you sally out on the road like Cardenio to force it from the shepherds? Let not that anxiety trouble thee, replied Don Quixote, for even if I had it, I should not eat anything but the herbs and the fruits which this meadow and these trees may yield me. The beauty of this business of mine lies in not eating and in performing other mortifications. Do you know what I am afraid of, said Sancho upon this? That I should not be able to find my way back to this spot where I am leaving you. It is such an out-of-the-way place. Observe the landmarks well, said Don Quixote, for I will try not to go far from this neighborhood, and I will even take care to mount the highest of these rocks to see if I can discover thee returning. However, not to miss me and lose thyself, the best plan will be to cut some branches off the broom that is so abundant about here, and as thou goest to lay them at intervals until thou hast come out upon the plain, these will serve thee after the fashion of the clue in the labyrinth of Theseus as marks and signs for finding me on thy return. So I will, said Sancho Panza, and having cut some, he asked his master's blessing, and not without many tears on both sides took his leave of him, and mounting Rocinante, of whom Don Quixote charged him earnestly to have as much care as of his own person, he set out for the plain, strewing at intervals branches of broom as his master had recommended him, and so he went his way, though Don Quixote still entreated him to see him do, were it only a couple of mad acts. He had not gone 100 paces, however, when he returned and said, I must say, señor, your worship said quite right, that in order to be able to swear without a weight on my conscience that I had seen you do mad things, it would be well for me to see if it were only one, though in your worship's remaining here I would have seen a very great one. Did I not tell thee so? Said Don Quixote. Wait, Sancho, and I will do them in the saying of a credo. And pulling off his breeches in all haste, he stripped himself to his skin and his shirt, and then without more ado, he cut a couple of gambados in the air and a couple of somersaults, heels over head, making such a display that, not to see it a second time, Sancho wheeled Rocinante round and felt easy and satisfied in his mind that he could swear he had left his master mad, And so we will leave him to follow his road until his return, which was a quick one.